September doesn't have to mean the end of your gardening season. In fact, it's the perfect month to squeeze in one last round of fast-growing crops. The soil is still warm, the air is cooler, and that combination sets the stage for quick germination and healthy growth. By choosing the right vegetables now, you can enjoy fresh harvests well into fall and even set yourself up for early spring crops. In today's video, we'll look at 10 fast-growing crops you can sow this September. These are reliable, easy to grow, and perfect for gardeners who don't want their beds sitting empty as the seasons change. Let's dive into the list. Let's start with one of the most reliable cool season greens you can sow in September, spinach. This leafy green is famous for its dark, tender foliage packed with vitamins and minerals. It grows fast, often giving you baby leaves in just 30 days. And when cooler weather sets in, the flavor becomes even sweeter. September is the perfect time to sow spinach because the soil is still warm enough for germination, while the shorter days and cool nights encourage steady, healthy growth. In many regions, spinach can even overwinter with a little mulch or a row cover, bouncing back for an early spring harvest. To sow, plant seeds directly in fertile, well-drained soil in full sun to partial shade. Scatter seeds in shallow rows about 30 centimeters apart and thin seedlings as they grow to give them breathing room. Keep the soil consistently moist during germination, as spinach has shallow roots that benefit from steady moisture. Once established, though, it's tough and forgiving. Spinach is a fantastic choice for raised beds, traditional rows, or even large containers on a sunny patio. Whether harvested young as baby greens or left to mature, spinach provides a steady supply of fresh leaves when much of the summer garden is winding down. Next up is one of the speediest crops you can grow in September, the crisp and colorful radish. Radishes are best known for their quick turnaround, often maturing in just 25 to 30 days. Their round roots come in shades of red, pink, purple, and white, bringing both flavor and visual appeal to your kitchen. The cool temperatures of September are perfect for radishes because they prevent the roots from becoming woody or overly spicy, which often happens in summer heat. To grow, sow radish seeds directly in loose, well-drained soil. Place them about 2 to 3 centimeters apart in rows and cover lightly with soil. Keep the soil evenly moist during their short growth period for crisp, tender roots. Since they grow so quickly, you can even stagger sowings every week to ensure a continuous harvest throughout fall. Radishes fit easily into almost any garden, raised beds, containers, or tucked between slower-growing crops. They're also excellent as companion plants, loosening soil for neighboring vegetables. For gardeners wanting fast, rewarding results this September, radishes are a must. For number 3, let's turn to lettuce, a cool season favorite that thrives in September's weather. Loose-leaf and romaine lettuces germinate quickly in the still warm soil, but develop their best flavor and texture in cool air. September sowing is perfect because the plants mature without bolting, giving you tender leaves that are crisp, sweet, and packed with flavor. Many types can also be harvested using the cut and come again method, providing multiple pickings from a single planting. To sow, scatter seeds thinly over rich, moist soil with good drainage. Cover lightly and keep the surface consistently damp until seedlings appear. Thin them as they grow to avoid overcrowding. Lettuce prefers sunful, but will appreciate light shade during warmer September afternoons, especially in southern regions. Lettuce works beautifully in beds, containers, or even window boxes, making it accessible for all gardeners. With minimal care, it ensures a steady supply of fresh, crunchy greens well into fall, perfect for extending your harvest season. Coming in at number 4 is the sweet and crunchy carrot, a root vegetable that's particularly rewarding when sown in September. Carrots love cooler conditions, which help their roots grow sweeter and more tender. By planting early maturing varieties this month, you can enjoy baby carrots before frost or leave them in the soil under mulch to overwinter. This cold period actually improves their taste, turning starches into sugars and giving you an even better crop in spring. To grow carrots, prepare a deep, loose bed free of stones or clumps. Scatter seeds thinly in shallow rows, cover lightly with soil, and water gently. Germination can take 10 to 20 days, so patience is key. Thin seedlings once they're a few centimeters tall to prevent crowding and encourage healthy root development. Carrots need full sun and sandy, well-drained soil to thrive. Carrots are versatile enough for raised beds, deep containers, or companion planting alongside onions and lettuce. By sowing in September, you're setting yourself up for either a late-season harvest of tender baby carrots or a sweet, overwintered treat in spring. At number 5, we have beets, a dual-purpose crop that gives you both nutritious greens and flavorful roots. Beets come in classic deep red, golden, and even candy-striped varieties, adding both beauty and taste to your kitchen. September is an excellent time to sow them as the cool weather keeps the roots tender and enhances their natural sweetness. Greens can be harvested in just a few weeks, while the roots mature in about 50-60 days. In mild climates, they can overwinter under mulch and pick up growing again in spring. To sell, plant beet seeds directly in well-drained, fertile soil in full sun. Each seed is actually a cluster, so once seedlings emerge, thin them to 8 to 10 centimeters apart to give roots room to develop. Consistent moisture is important early on, but once established, beets are fairly low maintenance. Beets are a great fit for raised beds, traditional garden rows, or even container plantings. Their greens are excellent sautéed or in salads, while the roots can be roasted, pickled, or stored for winter meals. By sowing them this September, you get the benefit of a versatile crop that delivers both leaf and root harvests. Next on the list is kale, one of the toughest leafy greens you can plant in September. Kale is known for its curly, ruffled leaves that come in shades of deep green, bluish green, or even purple. It's not just a nutritional powerhouse, it's also a plant that actually improves in flavor after the first frost, when the cold triggers its sugars and makes the leaves sweeter. September is the perfect time to sow kale because it germinates quickly in the still warm soil, then thrives in the cool fall air, continuing to produce into winter in many regions. To grow kale, sow seeds directly in full sun to partial shade in fertile, well-drained soil. Plant seeds about 1 centimeter deep and thin seedlings to 30 to 40 centimeters apart. Keep the soil moist during early growth and mulch around the base to retain moisture and suppress weeds. Once established, kale is low maintenance and hardy. Kale fits beautifully in raised beds, garden rows, or even decorative edible landscapes. Harvest the young leaves for tender salads or let them mature for hearty soups, stir-fries, and smoothies. With September planting, kale becomes a long-lasting green you can rely on well beyond fall. At number 7, we've got garlic, one of the easiest and most rewarding crops to plant in September. Unlike many vegetables, garlic isn't grown from seed, but from individual cloves. When planted in fall, the cloves take root during the cool months, then send up strong shoots in spring, leading to large, flavorful bulbs by early summer. September is the ideal planting window in most regions because the soil is still workable, giving the cloves time to establish before winter dormancy. To plant garlic, choose a sunny spot with loose, well-drained soil. Break apart a bulb and place each clove 5 to 8 centimeters deep, pointed end up, and about 15 centimeters apart. Water lightly after planting and mulch well to insulate through the winter. Once growing, garlic needs very little care beyond occasional watering in spring. Garlic is perfect for the edges of garden beds or tucked into vegetable rows. It saves space, adds structure, and rewards you with a staple ingredient that stores well and flavors countless dishes. Plant it this September, and you'll be harvesting your own bulbs by next summer. Coming in at number 8 is the humble yet productive turnip, a fast-growing root crop that also gives you tasty greens. Turnips produce crisp, round roots in shades of white and purple, with a mild flavor that improves in cool weather. The leafy tops are edible too, making them a 2-in-1 crop for the fall garden. September sowing ensures quick germination, and the roots can be ready to harvest in just 40 to 50 days, perfect timing before frost arrives. To sow turnips, plant seeds directly in well-drained soil in full sun, about 1 centimeter deep and 5 centimeters apart. Thin seedlings once they emerge to give roots space to grow. Keep the soil evenly moist, as dry conditions can make the roots woody. With consistent watering, turnips grow quickly and reliably. Turnips are excellent for traditional garden beds, fall succession planting, or mixed into borders with other cool season crops. By planting in September, you'll enjoy both tender greens for cooking and flavorful roots for roasting, mashing, or soups. At number 9 is pak choi, also known as bok choy, a cool season brassica that thrives when planted in September. This Asian green forms compact, crisp stems with glossy green leaves that are delicious in stir-fries, soups, or salads. It's fast-growing. Baby pak choi can be harvested in as little as 30 days, while full-size heads take 45 to 60 days. September sowing takes advantage of shorter, cooler days, preventing the plants from bolting and ensuring tender, flavorful leaves. To grow, sow seeds directly in fertile, moist, well-drained soil in partial shade to full sun. Plant seeds 1 centimeter deep and thin to about 20 to 25 centimeters apart. Keep the soil evenly moist, as pak choi is quick to wilt in dry conditions. With steady care, you'll have lush, crisp greens in no time. Pak choi works well in small garden beds, raised beds, or even large containers. Its quick turnaround and versatility in the kitchen make it one of the best September crops for gardeners wanting fresh greens in fall. Finally, at number 10, we have the peppery and vibrant arugula, one of the easiest greens to sow in September. Arugula grows quickly, often producing baby leaves in just 3 weeks. Its sharp, mustard-like flavor adds a bold kick to salads, sandwiches, and pastas. When sown in September, arugula thrives in the cooler weather, producing tender leaves without bolting. This makes fall the perfect time for reliable, high-quality harvests. To sow, scatter seeds directly in well-drained soil and cover lightly. Thin seedlings to about 10 to 15 centimeters apart for full heads, or keep them dense if you prefer baby leaf harvests. Water consistently, as dry conditions can make the flavor too strong or bitter. Arugula is perfect for borders, containers, or tucked into empty spots in beds for a fast, flavorful crop. With September sowing, you can enjoy fresh leaves well into fall and even under light frost, making it a dependable garden favorite. And there you have it, 10 fast-growing crops to sow in September that will keep your garden productive and your table full even as fall settles in. From leafy greens to root veggies and even overwintering staples, each one makes the most of this late season planting window. That's it for today's guide. Which of these crops are you planning to try in your own garden this fall? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more gardening tips, and hit the bell so you never miss what's next.